Boy, oh boy, this is a first. I have no control over my TBR. Help! Hello, hello, hello. My name is Nakia. Welcome to my channel. As I said in the intro, this video is out of my control. Well, somewhat. I will be editing and whatnot. But you've also seen from the title, my daughter picked out all the books for me to read this month. The way this came about was when I was reading the books I had for February, I finished, I think the first book I read, I don't remember which one, but then I was like, what should I read next? And then she was like, I'll pick for you. And I was like, okay. And then the book she picked out was Shiver, and she was all nervous if I was going to like it or not because she picked it, but I was like, I put it on the TBR, you did, and don't worry about it. But she was still just like, and then she was like, what if I did pick a book for you? And I was like, okay. So long story short, we decided for her to pick the books that I'm reading for the month of April. Again, I have no idea what's going on. I know you're probably thinking I saw something, but I have not. We do live together, but she searched for them. She put them on hold at the library. I took her to the library, but I had to walk away while she checked them out. She put them in a bag and she's hid them in her room. So I have no idea. I do know we got some sci-fi and some fantasy and I think a mystery thriller. And she said some of them are older. So that's all I know. Anyway, she will not be in this video. We do have a video together. I will link it here. But for this one, I'm just going to have her hand me the books, let her chill, take it easy. So without further ado, let's just get into it. I'm recording already. Oh, Lord. She's already giggling. I don't know if you can hear because the mic's on me. This is going to be interesting. Oh, Lord.
Okay, close your eyes.
Oh, my God. Book number 1. It's rather small. Is this an R.L. Stein?
No, pick it open it.
Companions of the Night. This cover is interesting. This does not look like my usual cover. True Love.
How do you feel like some romance?
I know. I said, okay. So what made you pick this one? I have not read the synopsis yet, of course.
It was on a website for top best short. Wait, let me see. Is it fantasy?
Sure.
Or
I saw something about vampires.
there are vampires in it.
Is that horror or fantasy? A little tiny thing. So tiny. So petite.
I honestly don't know what this categorizes as.
Wow. I guess we're going to find out together.
I put him in my phone. Hold on.
While she does that, let me read the synopsis. It says, kidnapping, car theft, murder, vampires, true love. Carrie's got a tough night ahead of her.
It's under fantasy.
Okay, Carrie's got a tough night ahead of her.
Does it not say anything else?
No.
Well, it's supposed to be this girl, Carrie or whatever. She's out and about and she gets kidnapped by some vampires and things like that.
Okay. So, what made you pick this one for me?
That one I was like, oh, okay, cool. She gets kidnapped by some vampires and stuff like that. I know you like vampires.
I have not read a vampire book yet.
Well, this will be your first.
I know, right? We're going to see together. This is 212 pages, so
yeah, and it was short.
Short and sweet. Book number 1. Put it here. I forgot to say that we made a deal where she had a hard time combing through finding books for me, period. And she also had to be aware of my trigger warning things that I don't want to read. And then it also had to be available to our library because she didn't want to purchase any books for me. That was on the table. She didn't want to. But anyway, so the deal is if I DNF a book that she picked, I get to replace it with something that I want to read. So I'm not going to do it on purpose. Yeah, so that's book number 1. I will say the person who knows me the best is my daughter. So if anyone's going to pick books for me, it would be her and probably who I trust the most to do it because she hears me talk about all the books that I read. So
like I said, my goal was to get you to jump out of your comfort zone a bit. So read things I don't think you would necessarily read, but then also I think make sure that you would enjoy it still.
Yes. You got the second one behind your back? Oh, okay. All right. Book number 2. Go ahead.
This one I don't think it'd be as worried about because it's sci-fi.
Okay, sci-fi.
Close your eyes again.
Okay. Book number 2. This is heavy. Oh, yeah, of course. This could be anything.
You're holding it upside down.
This could be anything. Is it facing the camera?
No.
Oh, really? Facing me. Yeah. Oh, Hell Divers. Okay. Where do you find these books? I've never heard of this. Hell Divers.
I don't know where I found it.
Trying to hold it so you can see it good.
I'll just go on Goodreads and just look up under sci-fi and see what pops up, and then I'll just click under things. So I just end up going down some rabbit hole.
It's so funny because she goes about things completely different than I do. Of course, I get the majority of the books I read from fellow booktubers, Bookstagram, and then I'll Google like sci-fi, whatever I'm looking for. I'll Google it and then find lists on Goodreads or Book Riot, stuff like that.
I'm too lazy. It's all too much.
And then occasionally I actually see something on my library site on my own, or I'll be on Goodreads and somebody will add something and I'll see it there. But anyway, I like the cover, so let's see what the synopsis says. What? This is like horror too.
I don't think. Well, I don't think there's like monsters in it, so I think it may be considered horror.
Okay.
But I think it also has to do sci-fi.
I see after World War III. She loved World War II, so surprised we didn't get any of that.
No.
It says, we dive so humanity survived. More than 2 centuries after World War III poisoned the planet, the final bastion of humanity lives on massive airships circling the globe in search of a habitable area to call home. Okay. The only thing keeping the 2 surviving lifeboats in the sky are hell divers. Men and women who risk their lives by skydiving to the surface to scavenge for parts the ships desperately need. Okay. When one of the remaining airships is damaged in an electrical storm, a hell diver team is deployed to a hostile zone called Hades. But there's something down there far worse than the mutated creatures discovered on dives in the past. Something that threatens the fragile future of humanity. Okay, I'm intrigued. The other thing is, she knows, you know, if you've been a viewer of my channel for a while, I always read a preview of books so I can see if I vibe with the author's style of writing. She didn't even read anything, so we don't know what the writing is like or not.
My own books, so.
Yeah, excuse me. She doesn't do her own books. I do, because I've been burned too many times. So we're going to find out together. She really going to be waiting to hear what I got to say about these books.
That one, because that was one of the ones I think I wanted to kind of read myself too. So I was like, I want to hear what she says about it. It's a series too. It's like 4 books.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Nicholas Sansbury Smith, author. And I didn't say for this one, Vivian Van Velde. That can't be that person's real name. This one I'm really fascinated by. I'll probably start with this because I'm really fascinated by this. She said this was the last pick. So, because I had another book that I was going to read for a book club selection, but I decided I didn't want to read that book. So I was like, you get another slot. Find me another book.
Yeah, so I had to find one last minute, and it had to be short.
Yeah, I wanted a shorter one, preferably.
So you mess my answers up.
All right, book number 3.
Close your eyes again, mate.
I would never have pictured any of these. Is this one heavy too?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's a shorter one.
Feels old.
It is old.
Is this upside down?
Yes. There you go. Now it's facing you.
Okay.
The cover's facing
Okay. A Wizard of Earthsea, Ursula K. Le Guin. Okay. I can tell. This definitely looks out of my comfort zone.
It's dragons.
Okay. This one is 196 pages. There's
accidental short book.
Okay. Lord, this is a long synopsis. I'm going to try to sum it up or I'll be cutting it in the editing room. This book is a tale of wizards, dragons, and shadows played out in a world like and unlike our world in an archipelago of imagined islands. The geography is exact, as are the laws and limits of the magic used by the wizards of the Isles. She knows I love magic. The dragons part I don't know about yet, but she knows I love magic, so we got a plus there. The young boy, Sparrowhawk, realizes his own uncommon powers while defending his village against an enemy horde. He becomes apprentice to Gaunt Island's master wizard. Okay, we got an apprenticeship learning magic. Okay. This is an adventure story, a quest, a tale of a proud, incautious boy who meddles too early with the dark. The dark. It is a pure fantasy telling about a real thing, a boy coming into his power and his manhood, coming of age. I think I like coming of age. I liked Later. That was a coming of age story. So we'll see. Like I said, she picked, besides this one, books she likes. This one seems more like me. This one is definitely more you, but we'll see. I like the magic and the quest.
I tried to find ones that you'd like too.
I know. We'll see. Magic and quest. This is going to be interesting.
Okay, it's the last one.
Stay tuned on my Instagram because I'll probably update stuff there. I may do a reading vlog. We'll see. We'll see, because these are interesting picks. Okay, last one. We picked 4, of course, because you already know I read about a book a week. So yeah, if I finish early, which I doubt I will, I'll throw in some novellas.
One and only mystery / thriller.
Also, it was funny when she was looking for books for me and she'd be like, oh, well, this one's not available or this one has trigger warnings, and she would mention them to me. I'd be like, oh, I already know about that book. So she was picking some that I know of that I was interested in at some point in time. These I had no idea about though. All right, book number 4.
Okay.
Drum roll. Is it heavy?
Not really.
Normal mystery size. Let's see. Yeah, it smells old.
Okay.
Is it upside down?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Hopefully you haven't heard.
A Flicker in the Dark. Yes, I have. A Flicker in the Dark. Most of my viewers, most of you all know about this book too. I've heard of it. I don't know if I wanted to read it or not, but it's blurbed by a bunch of authors I know. Karen Slaughter, Peter Swanson. I don't know the rest of these folks, but yeah, let's see, because I don't remember what this is about. Oh, what made you pick this one?
I don't remember. I think when I was looking under mystery and thriller, I saw it, and then I liked the
cover.
all of them. I read the synopsis, and that got me. Then I put it in the back pocket.
In the back pocket.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I think I did like the synopsis that way, and like I said, I looked up the trigger warnings, and there weren't anything too bad. So
Okay.
I
Too bad.
I
Yes.
asked you about all of them. Like,
Oh.
does this bother you?
Yes, I know. Oh, one book she had picked for me, I figured out because she told me the exact title. What was that one? The
It's called Norse mythology. I asked you, how do you feel about Norse mythology books?
And then she said, it's by an author you like. And I was like, okay. And then it just so happened, like that week after she mentioned it, somebody had added that book to their Goodreads, like they read it or something. And I was like, is this the book you were talking about? So yeah, she still could have gave it to me though.
But I should know.
I know. She wanted surprises. So, okay, let's see about this one. When Chloe Davis was 12, 6 teenage girls went missing in her small Louisiana town. By the end of the summer, her own father had confessed to the crimes. Oh, I remember this one. Yeah. Because this is new.
Yes, that's why it's not a fresh
2021. Yeah, I remember this one.
Remember why you didn't want to read it?
Yeah, I'll tell you in a minute.
Oh, Lord.
By the end of the summer, her own father had confessed to the crimes and was put away for life, leaving Chloe and the rest of her family to grapple with the truth and try to move forward with dealing with the aftermath. Now, 20 years later, Chloe is a psychologist in Baton Rouge and getting ready for her wedding. While she finally has a fragile grasp on the happiness she's worked so hard to achieve, she sometimes feels it's out of control of her own life as the troubled teens who are her patients. So when a local teenage girl goes missing and then another, that terrifying summer comes crashing back. Is she paranoid, seeing parallels from her past that aren't actually there, or for the second time in her life, is Chloe about to unmask a killer? Yes, this is one a lot of people were talking about and looking forward to. I remember when I looked it up, I wasn't as interested in it because of the whole kidnapping thing, teenage girls.
I asked you how you feel about child kidnapping. You said,
You said they weren't kids. You said kidnapping, but you said they're not kids. And I was like, oh, well then. And you were like, it's not really kidnapping.
No. I asked you that with this one. That one, because she gets taken by vampires. That one had kidnapping, and she's not a kid.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, the teenagers thing, I was kind of like, and then her dad being involved, I was like, ew. But we're going to read it. So now I'm forced to, and now I'm curious to see if this is something I like, because it's a little true crimey for me.
Also, I remember they had them do their psychological thrillers, and she's like a therapist.
Oh, well, I do like the psychologist part of it,
Yeah,
but I
see?
said it sounds a little true crime-ish because of the just missing kids, and I don't really do those kind of.
You're going to do it this
See what I got to deal with. Yeah, should be interesting because, like I said, I don't know if these kind of books I like or not, but I know a lot of you do. So she did good. I would say 2 of them, I think, pretty good. These 2, I think,
So, my fantasy
have my name written on them.
So the genres that you already read, fantasy,
Yes.
you don't read as much. Those are the ones you don't like.
These 2, I am curious.
That's why I did it.
I know.
Get you out your comfort zone.
I
Get
know.
you reading something different.
Yeah, because if she had your way, would you have picked Harry Potter or Percy
No,
Jackson?
if I had my way, I probably would have had you read the medieval book, but I know you don't like them kings and queens.
You could have tried it. You could. I told her
But
anything.
once again, I didn't want to purposely get something that has like a 99% chance of you DNFing it, because then what's the point?
You never know. Okay. Anyway, thank you. I'm looking forward to these books. She knows I will be reading them after this week. Whenever the first full week of April is, that is when I will be reading these books. So like I said, follow me on Instagram. I will probably do a little more updates on there because this is just very interesting and I'm going to try to document it as much as possible. And yeah, hope you enjoyed this video and feel free to let me know in the comments if you've read any of these books, if you've heard of any of these books and what you think of them. Spoiler free, of course. And if you don't have a comment, you can leave me a candle emoji for the Flicker in the Dark book. I'm just looking at them here and that's the one that, you know, is standing out to me as one that I could think of an emoji for. So here we are, my TBR for April. wish me luck. As always, ways you can support me are linked below. I will have these books linked below also in case you want to check them out. And that's all. So until next time, snuggle up in your hideaway with a good book, unplug as much as possible, be kind to all kind, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.